Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Joshspaceboy here, looking at a build that I made a couple years ago. This will be the first video of my new building series where I do showcases of various builds I've made throughout the years and the new builds that I'll continue making. So this build is called Luna Castle, or Lunar City and Castle. It's gotten a couple names. But the main thing is it's a moon-themed castle in a Japanese style and art, and it has a village, a city-like structure within the castle, a dragon, an airship, and a couple other things we're going to take a look at. So to start off, we have this village here by the seashore. It's got a little dock for this very nice ship over here. One of the things I've really enjoyed about this new Minecraft update is these visuals. This is all in vanilla now, which is fantastic, I think. I can take pictures straight from vanilla instead of having to take them on Java. I can take them on Bedrock, which is great. Since most of my players are on Bedrock, you can get your own builds to look like this if your device can handle them, that is. Some people, their devices might struggle a little bit. But this is the town. It's got a very basic feel. There's these little campsites where people can stay and sleep. And we have a little archery field, some farm, and a gatehouse. So when you go through the gatehouse, that's when you'll see it, the castle down there. And as you can see, there's all this custom terrain. I built the custom terrain using an app called World Painter. It's pretty awesome. If you want to take a look at that, you can look it up. There's also these custom trees I made. These fall ones are all ones that I made. And I think they look pretty great on this map in particular. So as we walk down the bridge, getting towards the castle, one of the things you'll notice is this big puffy cloud looking thing. So this is all made out of glass, and one of the downsides to this map is that this really lags for some reason a lot of people's systems, unless you got a pretty powerful system. So if you're playing on like a phone, might not be able to load it very well depending on how powerful your phone is. But for my computer, obviously there's no problems. And for a lot of devices, you won't have any problems. But as you can see, it's floating on like these lasers that are shooting down, and all this smoke is coming out. It looks pretty cool. And we have the gardens next. Some pandas. Always like adding animals to my builds if I can, and like a little nature spot. Nature is, I think, makes the builds a lot more enjoyable to have the balance between nature and, of course, construction. Here is our cherry tree. It does not use cherry leaves, but at some point I might update it with some cherry leaves, maybe replacing some of the blocks in there, especially probably the concrete ones, since those fall. I don't really like using blocks that fall very often, but I do think it looks very nice. But I might change it up a bit. We'll see. So here is the castle entrance. It leads you to this courtyard with some soup and a couple other stands. And you can see there's like a little library down this way. Over here is the throne room. And there's some more rooms upstairs. And over here we have a little stable for the horses with a map, so you can know where you're supposed to go. I actually don't have any horses in there, but this is where you can put them. We have two little guard houses on the back, which also have beds in them for people to sleep. And a nice little koi pond over here, which is supposed to have fish in it, but apparently they despawned. That's unfortunate. But this is the main castle. It's got a very... I want to say I tried to do a gradient on the roof with the darker colors towards this corner here, and then it kind of gets brighter as you go up towards this corner like that. And so we have a pretty interesting gradient here on the roof that I think looks great. We also have this dragon over here, which is actually a 3D model that I imported into Minecraft. But you can see it's busting through the mountain here and kind of gliding all over. That's actually because the 3D model didn't really fit, so I kind of just shoved it in there and tried to make it look like it was coming out, which I think it gave it a pretty ferocious effect on the dragon there. Next is another, probably one of my favorite little builds of this, is this airship with the little turbine spinning. It's just a cute little build, and I love little things like this in my worlds where there's just a lot of character in something small. I love intricately decorating small little objects like this and making them look very nice. So on the top here it says, I think light in Japanese, if I recall correctly. It's supposed to say something like that. I might be wrong about what it actually says. I don't know Japanese, so I was using a translator, but yeah, it's just a little Easter egg. I like putting stuff like that in my maps. We're gonna go ahead and go up a couple floors. There's actually a basement too with a big farm and some villager areas, but we're gonna go up for right now. Here's the bedroom. I always like trying to make my buildings have interiors. That's one of the big things about all of my builds, is pretty much every building you find will have an interior or space for one. Sometimes I haven't built it yet, but I really enjoy having interiors in my builds. I like everything to be an area you can explore, you know. I don't want you to get to an area in the map and just be like, oh, there's nothing here. I want there to be another little secret, little Easter egg, little something. You have another room here, guard's room. You keep going up, you get to the top. And so it also means that I have to make the builds pretty functional. So they have to have meaning, purpose. And we can see here I have some teleports. We can go to the seaport, which is that little village with the ship, the airship, which is right over there. And this one teleports you to the inside of the dragon. But we're going to click on this one here, which takes us to the mine. I'll show a little bit of the mine. Oh, other one. Go a little faster. So the mine here, I also like to make things playable in survival right off the bat, for people who just want a survival world to start out in that's already got a build. Some people just like playing without building, so this is for you, I guess. Here's our nether portal. Pretty cool entrance. And here's the mine shaft that you can go down and start digging and looking for your precious minerals. I've got plenty of blast furnaces down here, anvils, storage, a little bed for you to sleep in. It's just like a little base to do all of your work in. Now we can go back up. And once we get to the top, I will show you a zoomed out look of the map. So this is kind of how it looks from a distance. You have these little tiny guard towers on top, which are pretty cool. I think there's 6 or 7 of them, I forget the exact number, but you can go to those as well, and you'll find maybe some treasure in those. You can go and check that out. But yeah, it's a pretty cool map. I think it's one of the most unique ones I've ever built. I don't know any build that looks exactly like this one, so I'm pretty proud of that. But you can download this either on the MC Add-ons app or on Planet Minecraft for free. This one has been for Patreon before, but I'm changing it to where all my maps are free to download. So if it says something about Patreon on Planet Minecraft, I'll get that fixed pretty shortly. So come back to see the map the way it's supposed to be. But yeah, you can find my maps. I'll post or put that in the comments below. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for enjoying this map. I do have a quick update for those who are interested in this channel. So every week we're going to be doing 2 of these build showcases. They should be coming out Monday and Friday. And I also will have another type of video coming out on Wednesdays called Minecraft Storytime. And you will just have to wait to see what surprises I have in store for you on that day. But hopefully that'll come out this week. If not, the first one will be out next week. I also have another channel that I'm starting, and it should be starting tomorrow, which will actually be dealing with what I do professionally, which is I am studying philosophy in my graduate program. So one of the cool things I'm going to be doing there is talking about different unique problems in philosophy and theology. And also, I will be talking about philosophy and theology in different video games. So, for example, we'll have a video called The Philosophy of Minecraft, in which I talk about what is Minecraft really about when you get down to it. I think those videos are going to be a whole lot of fun, and so please check out my other channel when it's up. I will link it to this video and to all my future videos so that everyone knows about it. Thank you again for watching this video, and thank you for supporting my content by downloading it. If you would like to reach out to me about a certain build you would like made, I have a Discord. You can reach out in comments on YouTube. I love hearing your feedback, and I'm excited for what is to come. So, thank you so much for watching. Bye.